welcome to you. My name's Dayle and this is Dayle's Addiction. This is just the second video that I am filming from the new locale, the new closet, and I'm still figuring it out, so please bear with me. The next series of unboxings are going to be a little bit pieced together. My plan was to try and film the unboxing legitimately in Paris so that you could see the packaging and the reveal, and then talk to the details of the purchase following. Now, trying to knit together iPhone footage and actual vlogging camera footage, you know, I'm okay at editing. I'm not that great, but I hope that you will bear with me as I kind of piece these unboxings together to give you a true sense of how it was to unbox it and then to follow up with the details. Today's video is going to be a focus on luxury homewares. So I have an unboxing from Louis Vuitton, and this one I actually unboxed in Paris, so I will be inserting some footage there. I have an unboxing from Dior that I did not get a chance to unbox in Paris, so this one we'll be doing here. And I have an unboxing from a French homeware store, something that was previewed on my Instagram stories that to me is just the essence of what I love about homewares. Quirky and whimsy and fun and just a little bit interesting. So I hope you'll enjoy this series of unboxings with me. Let me flick to Dayle in Paris for the first one, the Louis Vuitton unboxing. Now, interestingly, they're a little bit mingy on the holiday wrapping. Gwenny picked up a few things, didn't get holiday wrapping. I got one thing in holiday wrapping and one thing not. It is what it is. So here we go. Just makes it easier not to take it all home, right? Any ideas? Comes in this box. Fragile. I got the mirror trunk. It's a trunky kind of trip. Now, I did actually mention this as a bonus kind of item on my Paris wish list, but I never put it forward to my sales associate that this was a piece that I absolutely wanted. It occurred to me after I had finally landed on purchasing the beautiful Speedy trunk, and then he progressed with asking me, did I want to look at some Capucine? Did I want to look at some exotics? And to be frank, there was nothing there that remotely interested me at all. And I thought, I'll just ask about this mirror because you don't see it advertised very often. And it was the first time that I'd ever seen it when I saw it at the trunk show in Brisbane. And so when he found one, it's always the last one, and bought it out, I was stoked. So let's just have a look at the close-ups here. We have all of the beautiful hardware on the ends. This feels very, very substantial and luxurious. It has these gorgeous little nails and the famous S-lock, as well as a chain. Now the chain has a hanging hole in it, so you can actually hang this on a wall and, you know, live your best life. Pop it in the suitcase, find a little hook in your hotel or Airbnb, and bring your own mirror. I mean, who doesn't these days, right? So I'm thinking because this is hard-sided, I might also be eligible to have this one painted as well. So something to think about. So just open that up. Now I'm probably going to blind you, but let's see. Can we do it this way? You can see the camera there, but you have these three mirrors that you can angle so that you can see different parts of your face if you're doing your makeup and what have you, and a couple of little details in the corners. They have these little monogram elements you can just see right here. To me, and I'll pop in some little shots of this just sitting on my lovely little vanity here now, this is a beautiful, beautiful piece. I talked in the most hyped luxury pieces from Louis Vuitton saying I didn't like brown monogram for the Nice BB sitting on my vanity because I'm not a big fan of brown. And I also think because that has the vachetta, it casualizes it a little bit and it's soft. Because this is obviously part of the trunk collection, it's another level. And I actually think the price of this was pretty reasonable. So I've got the details, which hopefully can focus on here. And also the little tag, which again, hopefully you can focus on here. Now, this one was €1,700. Now, when you take, again, 12% off that, that's a good price for a piece of trunk. A piece of trunk. It's a very good price for something like this. And to be honest, there were really no handbags that I was interested in the whole time I was in Paris. There was nothing that I was umming and ahhing about. I mean, if Hermes had have come to the party, spoiler alert, they didn't. Perhaps that might have been a different story. But yeah, this was a very unexpected bonus, but one that I'm so pleased about. Okay, the next one I will show you is from a French homeware store, and this one actually caused quite a stir on my Instagram stories, and in fact inspired a purchase by my good friend Eileen for her daughter while she was there, and it is these gorgeous brass snails. Now, I cannot remember the name of the store. I will pop it in the description box below. But these little snails are so cool because one of them follows the other and one is kind of pokes over the top of a shelving unit or what have you. I'll put some pictures in so that you can see, but I love the fact that this one, he's kind of peers over a shelf or a table. Looks like he's going to kind of slither off the edge. And, you know, obviously I'm in my home decorating era now. So I'm on the lookout for things that A, remind me of my holiday, but also B, stick with my whimsy, fun approach to home decorating, fashion and life generally. So yeah, these featured in this picture on Instagram where we styled up our l'ordre macarons and some champagne for just a little afternoon treat. And finally, we have this purchase from Dior. Now, a lot of people were like, you, Dior? I did not see this coming. Well, we had the most wonderful time at the Avenue Montaigne Dior. We didn't get great customer service in a lot of places, I would say, that we dropped into, but in Dior we absolutely did. Right from walking in the door and being warmly welcomed on an evening where people were queuing outside just to see the beautiful light show, which I'll pop a cutaway in over here, to asking about the arty Dior bags and got to have a great look at those. I'll pop some pictures in over here. This green was amazing. The beautiful embroideries were just gorgeous, but you know, €18,000 or something like that was kind of out of our price range at the time. Then we walked around the whole boutique. We went to ready to wear, we went to homewares, and I instantly fell in love with this piece. I also fell in love with another piece that I tried really hard to avoid talking to Mr. Addiction about. And then I felt guilty, so I talked to him about it. And it was a €7,700 art piece, this amazing, beautiful vase. And I could see it in different areas of our home. And I thought, you know what? I would have spent that on a handbag. Wouldn't it be so selfless of me to purchase something for our new home? Something beautiful and resplendent that we could move from different rooms and had different functionality. He was not up for it, so sadly the vase and the emerald ring that you would have seen in my vlogs, neither of those came home with me. But another reason to go back to Paris, right? This piece came home in its packaging. I have spoken before and received various feedback about how I bring my luxury purchases back to Australia. I always make sure that I've got evidence of something that I have purchased and the receipt for that thing, because then all the other things that you've purchased that you don't have packaging or receipts for are illegitimate. So that's my top tip, and it's buried in this video. I have opened this, obviously. The packaging, I have to say, was not great. It felt like a little bit of a rush job because I went in and specifically asked for this piece on the Rue Saint Honoré store because I couldn't get back to Avenue Montaigne. Yeah, but anyway, it's fine, right? I've been doing this long enough. It's fine. And I went in and asked for a particular piece. So the piece that caught my attention at Avenue Montaigne, which I followed up at Rue Saint Honoré, is this spectacular vase / water jug. Now I'm going to put some cutaways in where this is on a blank background so you can see the beautiful, beautiful embossed design on this. But the reason that this appealed to me is A, because of all the bugs. B, because of the beautiful, it has like gold around the top. The florals, I was so inspired by the Art Nouveau from Perrier-Jouet that it just kind of inspired everything that I was interested in thereafter. I thought this would look beautiful with flowers in it. I thought it would look beautiful just on a shelf. I don't know if I've told this story before, but this is covered in bees, and we all know that Christian Dior was somebody who was really taken with symbology and good luck charms, the zodiac, etc. And when Mr. Addiction and I were away last year in Italy and our beloved Alfie departed this world for the Rainbow Bridge, we had bees following us everywhere. Everywhere we sat down for a drink or dinner or lunch, there would be a bee. Everywhere, all across Italy, and even I found them in London and France. And I was telling Meredith about them when we were sitting down saying, oh my God, these bees, they're following me everywhere. I even tried to find a bee piece of jewellery because, and I didn't want fashion jewellery, I wanted fine jewellery because it was having that much of a kind of impact on me. And so to find this piece for our new home and for it to be so full of life and whimsy was really special to me. I don't think these will be the last luxury pieces that I purchase for my home, but should I say this? You're unlikely to see Hermes cushions and blankets here. That's not my vibe. So Hermes does have a lot of whimsy, I have learned that, but yeah, I will be looking for some special pieces that reflect my interests moving forward. So that is my luxury homewares unboxing. If you have made it this far, a couple of things that you should know. I have jewellery and accessories coming up. I also have my Fendi made to order. It arrived this week and I'm so excited, and it comes with a special accessory that is my birthday present from Connor from the Closet by Connor, and I'm so thrilled with the combination. They just work perfectly together. I'm doing my 2024 handbag collection. I've got a video around bags I'm glad I didn't purchase. I've got the Q&A around both my Paris trip and also the house. And if you're lucky, I might give you an interim closet tour. I say interim because there's still work to be done. So I look forward to seeing you back here. Simply give this video a thumbs up to tell the algorithm that there's content here worth watching, and subscribe so that you get notified when those videos come out. I'd love to see you for the best of 2024 to come and into 2025. If you see this video close to the holidays and the new year, happy holidays, happy Christmas, happy Hanukkah, and happy new year. And I'll see you in my next one. Ciao.